If you've been seeing AI everywhere lately and feeling like you've already missed something, this video is for you. Not for developers, not for tech people, not for anyone who already knows what a large language model is. This one is for the person who keeps hearing about AI, keeps seeing it in the news, keeps watching colleagues or friends talk about it, and is quietly wondering whether they're falling behind. You're not. I want to say that clearly before anything else. You are not behind. There is no train that has left the station without you. AI is not something that happened and is now finished. It is something that is happening right now, which means right now is exactly the right time to start. I started AIMode because I kept seeing the same thing. Smart, capable people who felt intimidated by something that is actually far more accessible than it looks from the outside. The noise around AI is loud. It can sound technical, expensive, complicated, and frankly a little scary. But most of that noise is coming from people who either work in tech or are trying to sell you something. The honest version is much simpler, so let's start there. What is AI actually? Not the science fiction version, not the corporate press release version, the plain English version. AI, specifically the kind everyone is talking about right now, is software that you can have a conversation with. That's the core of it. You type something, it responds. You type something else, it responds again. And because of the way it was built, trained on an enormous amount of human writing, it can help you with an enormous range of tasks. Write an email you've been putting off, it can help. Plan a trip, it can help. Explain something complicated in plain English, it can help. Brainstorm ideas, summarize a long document, draft a job application, come up with a recipe based on what's in your fridge. All of it through a conversation in plain English. That's it. That's the thing everyone is talking about. A very capable conversational tool that you interact with by typing, or in some cases speaking. The same way you'd message a knowledgeable friend, it is not magic. It is not always right. It has real limitations that are worth knowing about, but it is also genuinely useful in a way that very few pieces of technology have been for regular people, not just for specialists, for everyone. And the barrier to entry is lower than almost anything you've tried before. No software to install, no course to complete, no technical knowledge required. You open a website, you type something, and you see what comes back. That's where we're starting. Here's something that might surprise you. There's a good chance you're already using AI. You just didn't know it was AI when Netflix suggests a show you end up loving. That's AI. When you type a text message and your phone finishes the sentence before you do. That's AI. When you search for flights and the prices seem to shift based on when you look. That's AI. When your email filters out spam before you ever see it. AI. When your bank flags a suspicious transaction on your card before you notice it yourself. Also AI. It's already woven into things you use every day, which means this isn't your introduction to AI, it's your introduction to AI you can actually control and direct yourself. That's what's new. That's what's different about this moment. For most of its history, AI was something that happened to you in the background, built into products by companies, working quietly, making decisions you weren't aware of. What changed in the last couple of years is that AI became something you can talk to directly, something you can ask questions, give tasks, and have a real back and forth with. That's the shift. That's what all the noise is about. So where do you actually start? 3 tools. That's all I'm going to give you, not 10. Not a list so long you close the tab and never come back. 3 tools. Why each one exists, and how to try it in the next 5 minutes. The first one is ChatGPT. This is the name you've probably heard more than any other. ChatGPT was the tool that kicked off this whole moment. It launched in late 2022 and went from 0 to 100 million users faster than any consumer product in history. That's not hype. That's what happened. You go to chatgpt.com. You create a free account. And you type something, anything. A question you've been curious about. Something you need help writing. A problem you've been trying to solve. It responds. You respond back. That's the whole thing. The free version is genuinely capable. You don't need to pay for anything to start. Just open it and try it. The second tool is Claude. That's what I use to produce most of this channel actually. And I use it because it tends to give longer, more thoughtful responses than other tools. And it's particularly good at writing and explaining things clearly. It's at Claude.ai, also free to start. Also just a conversation. If ChatGPT feels like a smart assistant, Claude feels a bit more like a thoughtful colleague. Try both. See which one feels right to you. There's no wrong answer. The third one is not a chatbot. It's Canva. Canva is a design tool, but it has AI features built in now that mean you can create graphics, social posts, presentations, and visual content without any design experience whatsoever. If you've ever needed to make something look good and had no idea where to start, Canva is the place. It's free to start, and the AI features are genuinely useful even on the free tier. The reason I'm including it is that AI isn't just about chatting. It's about what you can create. And for most beginners, Canva is where that becomes real very quickly. 3 tools: ChatGPT, Claude, Canva. All free to start. All accessible right now without any technical knowledge. And all genuinely useful for the kind of tasks real people have in real life. You don't need to master all 3 today. You don't need to master any of them today. You just need to open one and try something real. Here's where most videos like this would give you a 10-step action plan. Download these 5 apps, complete this course, watch these 12 videos, build a system, optimize your workflow. I'm not going to do that. Because the #1 reason people don't start with AI isn't lack of information, it's overwhelm. And giving you a list of 10 things to do after a video about feeling overwhelmed would be exactly the wrong move. So here's the one thing. Pick one of the 3 tools I just mentioned. Just one. ChatGPT if you want to go with the name you already know. Claude if you want to try something that feels a little more conversational. Canva if you want to make something visual. Open it. Create a free account if you don't have one. It takes 2 minutes. Then give it one real task, not a test. Not a throwaway question to see if it's smart. Something you actually need. An email you've been putting off. A birthday message you can't find the words for. A recipe for what's sitting in your fridge. A question you've been too embarrassed to Google. Something real from your actual life. See what comes back. That's the whole challenge. One tool, one real task today. Because here's the thing about AI that nobody tells you at the beginning. You don't learn it by reading about it. You don't learn it by watching videos about it, including this one. You learn it by using it. By trying something, seeing what happens, trying something else, and slowly building up a sense of what it's good at and what it isn't. That only happens through use, not through preparation. So close this video. Open one of those 3 tools, give it something real, and see what it does. If you want more plain English AI tutorials, no jargon, no hype, just what actually works, subscribe to AIMode. New video every week. I'll see you in the next one.